Evening, Jonathan and Neil.
Hello.
Evening, Robbie.
Everyone. Nice to see you all joining us on YouTube. We see we've got 52 people joining us already. Welcome to the WCCYM Quiz. This is the first time WCCYM's done a quiz online, so we'll see how we go. But my name's Robbie, as you'll see, and I am married to Susie, who's the WCCYM team leader. And as I say, this is the WCCYM Quiz this evening. And we've also got Jonathan and Neil with us as well. Jonathan and Neil, do you want to explain who you are and where you are and why you're here?
So I'm Jonathan. I'm a youth worker. So I'm based in Camborne, and I'm involved with the WCCYM team with various different events, groups that the WCCYM runs, which we'll see a little bit more about later on.
Absolutely. And you, Neil?
Yeah, so I'm Neil, Neil Thompson, spelled differently to Robbie and Susie's surname, spelled the correct way, just to avoid any confusion. I live in Camborne, and I've helped with some of the WCCYM youth events and the WCCYM weekend. So and also, Robbie, I think you and I did a quiz about 3 years ago, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Back at 2017. I think it was WCCYM's 25th anniversary. So we did a quiz back when we were allowed to meet with more than one person from another household. We could have done that this evening, but that would have just been me and you standing in a park, shouting at each other from 2 meters away. So just a bit of sort of protocol for this evening. You'll see rolling across the bottom of your screen. There'll be various banners at different times. And that'll just be keeping you up with information about what's happening this evening. You should have been emailed, or the person who registered your team should have been emailed an answer sheet. If you haven't got an answer sheet, then it's in the video description, just under this video on YouTube. You can download one there. Very important that you only submit all the answers at the end of the quiz. So we'll do all 5 rounds, 10 questions per round. And then once we've done all of that, you then submit your answers, and then what we'll do is we'll tot it all up and we'll see who's won. A very important thing to remember for the quiz sheet is, please, if you could ask the person who's filling it in to make sure that it's all done in capital letters, that would just be really helpful for us. And if you could also just make sure, as you look down the answer sheet, there is a couple of points where we've just given you a bit of a hint as to how you should lay out the answer. So one of them is a multiple choice one, and we've just said this is how you need to lay this out. It just helps when we're looking through all the answers at the end. We'll get underway in a couple of minutes. So if you wanted to go and grab a last drink or some snacks or whatever you need, Jonathan's just going to give us a bit of a shout out to some of the teams who are here already. Jonathan, do you want to let us know?
It's good to see comments so far. Keep using those YouTube comments as a way of keeping the conversation going. We'll have a few up on the screen just for you to see. So we've got Steve Gaze and Cole here from Hardwick. Quite a lot of local teams from around the area, people who've been involved with WCCYM in the past or actually are still involved. Lots of family and friends. I'm wondering who's furthest away. I think we've had somebody check in so far from South Wales, which is quite far away.
Huddersfield here.
There's going to be lots of places that I don't know where they are because I'm not from England. And also my geography is not the best. So whereabouts is Huddersfield?
Huddersfield is Yorkshire. Is that right, Neil?
That's right. Yeah. The team from Wales was that someone called Phil?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be fancying his chances. They'll have got a strong team together, I'm sure. Yeah.
I think that's the Penarth Legends. We've got a few good team names coming in so far as well. Right from the Whitbreads. Just explains who they are basically. One of my favourites so far, we've got Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny, Get Me Out of Quarantine. There'll be a few more quarantine related ones coming up in a bit. We've got. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah.
They are. Where are they from? I don't know.
We've got
keep using those comments to let us know where you're from.
someone here from Bladen, which is my hometown. So nice to see them here. And we've also got people from Godmanchester, Team Mongoose, not entirely sure why. Got people from Ely. Where else?
Camborne. Excellent.
St Neots, Fetcham, Bookham, Yorkshire, God's own country, apparently. We've got, I like this quiz name, Lake Quizzerables.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
In Camborne. Right, shall we make a start? Let's make a start. Just to let you know, what we'll be doing is we'll be having a round, and then we'll be having a few minutes break between each round, and that will allow anyone who has joined on Zoom, if they need to restart a Zoom meeting, then that's fine. Leave YouTube running, and then just restart your Zoom meeting. It's probably best if what you don't do is you don't pause YouTube, because what will happen is you'll fall further and further behind, and then at the end of the quiz, we need you to submit your answers, and then you'll miss submitting your answers because you'll still be catching up with the quiz. So if you need to restart a Zoom meeting or anything like that, then just make sure you restart it, but keep YouTube running. Right, on with the quiz. So round one is general knowledge. So some of the questions are straightforward. Some of them are a little bit more complicated. We'll explain the rounds before they all start, but we will start with general knowledge, round one. Question one. Captain Tom Watt, or who, walked 100 laps around his garden in April to raise money for the NHS. So you're filling in the surname. Remember, all capital letters, please. He's not a captain anymore, though, is he?
He's not. He was promoted, wasn't he? Yeah. Yeah. That's not why we called this the general knowledge round, is it? What was he promoted to? Do we know?
Corporal? No. Major. Was he major?
Major sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah.
He's certainly a legend.
Absolutely. Yeah. We could have asked the question of how much money he raised, but that's always changing. So, yeah, we've never known that. Anyway, yes, question one. Captain Tom something walked 100 laps around his garden in April to raise money for the NHS. What we're then going to do is we are going to go to question two. Okay, what is shown in this image? So what is shown in this image? Neil, this is one of yours.
It is, yeah. It could be my stress levels over the last 7 weeks, but no, it's something that's much more familiar than that. We're looking. How many words are we looking for in this one, Robbie? Where you said about people putting in the answers. This is one where we need an indication of what we're looking for, doesn't it?
So yeah, so we'll give you a bit of a clue on this one, which is that we're looking for 3 words. We're looking for 3 words. And that's the answer for this one. So remember, all capital letters, but it's 3 words for this answer. We will show a little bit of leniency on this one. So yeah. Oh, we've had Tim Lynn tell us that he was made a colonel. Tom, what's his face? He was made a colonel.
Thank you, Tim. Well done. Good knowledge.
You don't get any more points for that. Right, question 3. Oh, wait. Which current world leader was born just a mile from Central Park in New York? So which current world leader was born just a mile from Central Park in New York? Another one of yours, Neil?
Yes, yeah. I thought it was nice just to ease people into the quiz with a few easy questions. Maybe.
Right. So yeah, question 3. Question 4 is, say this however you want, Giroli Ponti, I think that's how the Romans would have said it, was a Roman town that became the site of what city? So Giroli Ponti was a Roman town that became the site of what city?
I think you need to repeat that question again, Robbie. I love hearing you say that.
Giroli Ponti. Is that right? Any ideas? Jonathan, Neil, any better ideas than that as to how to say it?
Well, I think that's how the Roman legionnaires used to pronounce it if they were near Wall's End.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just trying to think back to my Latin lessons I did in school, but that was quite a while ago.
Oh, Latin.
Yeah.
You.
I did Latin for a couple of years.
What else
Hasn't done me much good.
You did Latin. What else do you do? Is it true that people in Scotland still do Highland dancing as a lesson?
Kind of, yeah. So PE turns into Highland dancing when it gets towards Christmas.
PE just naturally merges Highland dancing in the middle of a basketball game. Or...
It's very physical.
Very physical.
Proper Highland dancing. So.
Okay, Giroli Ponti was a Roman town that became the site of what city? Right, question 5. Okay. Which tennis player has won 7 Grand Slam titles, the Davis Cup, played at 3 Olympic Games, and has an OBE?
We've given a lot of clues there, haven't we? There's a lot of information there for people to point them into the right direction here, I think.
Lots and lots of clues there. We've been quite kind in that question, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've narrowed it down. I think it's fair to say we've narrowed it down. There wouldn't be many options once you've considered all of those things.
No. Because 3 Olympic Games, that's a long time. 12 years at least.
Mm-hmm. Well, 8 years, actually.
Very true. Yeah. 12 years.
7 Grand Slam titles, though. I mean, that's so we're looking at someone that's got an OBE. So again, that probably gives an indication as to narrows down the number of countries it could be. But 7 Grand Slam titles, that's quite an achievement, that isn't it?
Absolutely. Right. Let's take Neil. Do you want to go for this one?
Yeah. Okay. Is that because this is the longest question that we've had yet? I'll go for it then, Robbie. Take a deep breath. Here we go. On the 12th of March, 1951. 2 well-known characters appeared in print for the first time, one in a series of US newspapers and one in a famous British comic. Both are still in print, and coincidentally, both characters have the same name. What is it? We're looking for the name here of the cartoon character that first appeared in print on both sides of the Atlantic on the 12th of March, 1951. Different characters, but with exactly the same name. What is the name?
Jonathan, do you have a favourite? Do you have a favourite cartoon character? Well, there was north of the border, wasn't there? There used to be the Bruins and O'Woolly.
Yeah, Bruins and O'Woolly, definitely a favourite. I always remember Christmas time. Usually, me or one of my brothers would get the annual for the Bruins. Well, they lived in Glebe Lane, I think it was.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, there's a Glebe Lane here in Camberwell.
All right.
Can't remember what number it was.
What were his friends called? There used to be O'Woolly used to have Fat Bob. I used to remember Fat Bob.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure why, but I used to remember Fat Bob. Who was his other one? Please, anyone in the comments, let us know. Anyone north of the border? Anyone who has an interest in Scottish comics? Probably quite niche.
This is a point where you realise I don't know much about much. I'm just here to bring the average age of the presenters down.
Nice one. Just actually a reminder, as people might be starting to have worked out what the answer to this is. We're wanting these answers in capital letters, aren't we, Robbie?
Yeah, absolutely. Capital
letters.
All
of the answers submitted in capital letters.
All of them in capital letters. Right. Next question. Okay. This is question 7. On the 12th of October, 2019, Kenyan runner Eliud Kipchoge, let's go for that, became the first person to run a marathon in under 2 hours, but in which city? So on the 12th of October 2019, Kenyan runner Eliud Kipchoge became the first person to run a marathon in under 2 hours, but in which city?
I love the way that you're getting all of the questions with the tricky names in them, Robbie, for the pronunciation. So that's great. It's like getting an Old Testament reading, isn't it, on a Sunday morning with all of the cities, all of the Old Testament cities.
Yeah, where you just sort of babble your way through it.
Yeah, that's not a clue, actually. That's not suggesting that the answer to this is an Old Testament city. I don't think it is.
No, it's definitely not. I don't think so anyway. I mean, it's a bit of a dubious record, isn't it? I mean, running a marathon in under 2 hours. He had jet shoes on, didn't he? Or lasers
come on.
the road and...
It sounds like you're saying this means nothing to me, Robbie, but this is a fantastic sporting achievement. This is a phenomenal achievement. I think So he had his fancy shoes on. He had the laser guided timing in front of him and all of the runners. But I think the way that he completed it. And actually, he's just a really gracious character. I think he's an inspirational guy. So I'd love to see him do it in a competitive race, and I think he stands a good chance. But no, it's still a phenomenal achievement. He looked fresher after running just under 2 hours than I do after 20 seconds.
Yeah, probably after I've been running for 10 seconds. Right, that is question 7. Question 8 is. Okay, this one's a banger. List the following cities from west to east. So list the following cities from west to east. So we've got Manchester, Bristol, Exeter, and Edinburgh. So there's no cheating on this one. I don't want to see any atlases out or any maps or anything like that. Not that I can see them, but I trust you all. So yeah, we're listing the following cities from west to east. Tell us a fact about Edinburgh, Jonathan.
So
apart from how it geographically relates to Bristol.
It's further north. The capital of Scotland, but not the biggest city in Scotland. It's smaller than Glasgow. There's a castle.
They have lovely rock, don't they, from Edinburgh?
Sorry?
You have lovely rock from Edinburgh, which is quite different from Blackpool rock, isn't it?
You do, yeah. I've not actually had Edinburgh rock for a long time, but then I've not lived in Scotland for a long time, so it's been a while. I've performed on the same space the Edinburgh Tattoo takes place, not during the tattoo. Just when there weren't the crowds there, just walking around.
We need to know more about your performance, not the crowds. What were you performing there, Jonathan?
So I was playing a tattoo, but it was a youth version of a tattoo, so not quite as fancy. There were crowds, but they were just parents and passers-by who thought, "What's this noise?" Good fun, though.
I saw James Taylor in Edinburgh. He was doing a concert. He wasn't just wandering around taking pictures. But yeah, I saw him. It's the most limited legroom I've ever had at a concert. So there we go. Right, question 9. Let's move on to question 9. Okay, Jonathan, do you want to take this one?
Yeah. So the production of which Mexican product was temporarily suspended last month and is now only available as an export?
So this is a genuine product. We're not talking about out the back of someone's car. This is a genuine product that was temporarily suspended if you're Jonathan, last month, and is now only available as an export.
So how did you say that word?
It's temporarily.
Temporarily. Tempor. There's an A in there.
I think it derives from the Latin, so temporarily is probably correct, isn't it, Jonathan? I'm edging with you on this one. I think that's
With my extensive knowledge of Latin, then I
I think Jonathan was dancing when the Latin classes were on. Right, we'll go to question.
We don't need an extensive knowledge of Mexican exports for this one, do we? Really, we don't think this should be.
Not at all. Right, we're going to jump on to question 10. Question 10. So you just need to put a number in your answer on your answer sheet, just one number, and it's how many leaders has the Conservative Party had in the 21st century. So this is, this is leaders of the UK Conservative Party or the Conservative Unionist Party or whatever they call themselves. And how many leaders have they had in the 21st century? We don't need to know the names. We just need to know the number. So just write a number on your sheet, and then that will be the end of round one.
And we are looking for the number as a numeral, aren't we? As opposed to written out.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think this is one where people will be talking amongst the team, trying to come up with names. So we probably need to give them a bit of thinking time on this one, don't we, to discuss amongst themselves what the answer might be.
Yeah. Give people a few seconds on that one. Probably quite helpful if you're watching this. If you're watching over Zoom with some friends or watching over a sort of video conferencing thing, what you might want to do is turn the volume of YouTube down. You'll still see all the questions on the screen. Just what you won't hear is our sort of inane patter.
But if you're sitting there on your own because your team's ditched you, then turn it up and we'll keep you amused.
Yes, absolutely. Turn us right up.
That's a promise, isn't it?
We've had a question come in saying, is that leaders or prime ministers? It's how many leaders? So how many leaders has the Conservative Party had in the 21st century? And yeah. Great. That is the end of round one. So round two will start in a couple of minutes. So if you need to go off and if you need to restart Zoom, feel free to restart Zoom. As I say, just keep YouTube running in the background, but feel free to go grab some drinks, grab some snacks. Jonathan, Neil, you got any snacks there with you?
I've got some cockles.
A
little jar of cockles, yeah. I'm saving them for a little bit later on, though, just for some sustenance.
Of course you are. Jonathan, what you got?
Well, I've got a donut here, which I made last night. Definitely not been as good today as it was fresh last night, but I'm hoping it's okay. So I'll probably have my donut.
Very nice. And Jonathan, do you want to? We've had some pictures in from some teams. Shall we?
Yeah, we have. I think we can have a look at some of them. So we've got.
I think we've got daring and try and show them.
Yeah.
There we go.
So we've got 28 teams all together, and we've got pictures of some of those. So we'll have a look at a few at the moment, and then come back to some more later. So here we've got the Coxall Max. I've been trying to work out the significance of Max. I don't know if that's the make of computer you're all using. Obviously, other makes are available, or if there's some other.
Apparently, Coxall Max is two surnames.
Two surnames. Okay, that makes sense as well. Helpful, thank you. So we've got the Coxall Max. We've got Lynn for the win. Star name there. Looking very confident in the picture. I wonder if that was taken recently. I wonder what a current picture would look like.
Scratching your heads.
Hopefully just as confident. So we've got Lynn from the win. He is the wet breads, as mentioned earlier. Good work at making it look like you're all not social distancing. I suspect you're spread out in different places.
The hills are alive with pictures of the Whitbreads, aren't they?
Yeah. So we'll get a number of other teams on at the moment. We'll get some more pictures later. We've also got Euro Quizzard Harry, and we've also got Euro Quizzard Larry. So make sure you get your spelling correct when you're entering that, so we know who's who.
It does look like people have made a pun on the word quiz.
It does, yeah. With quite a lot of quizzical distances. Hailing from.
I think it should really have been quizzical distancing.
That would have been even funnier.
It would have been.
We've got International Quiz Team of Mystery, and I'm not sure we've had any comments from that team. I'm interested to know how international you are. So if you're there and listening, give us a comment. Let us know where you're from.
I'm very much liking the this name because it is a surname. The Bays family, the Bays City Rollers.
Oh yes,
I do like that one.
Yeah,
that's one for the teenagers, that isn't it?
Absolutely. Right, should we get a cracking on round 2?
Yes, round 2.
Move on. So round 2 is the picture round. So what you'll see is 10 pictures come up on your screen. And we were thinking, how do we make a picture round slightly more interesting? And as I was thinking of this round, I was thinking, all I kept seeing on the TV was, it was about a couple of weeks ago, and it was when Dominic Raab had been substituted into the Prime Minister. And I thought, what other scenarios and situations could we put Dominic Raab in order to create a picture round? So what you're going to see is 10 pictures of Dominic Raab, Dominic Raab's face superimposed into 10 different scenarios, and you need to guess the person that he is replacing. So it will all become clear, hopefully. So, round 2, question 1. Who is Dominic Raab replacing in that picture?
If people don't know what Dominic Raab looks like, do you want to sort of point out sort of where in that gathering he is there, Robbie?
Yes, he is. He is on the right of the Queen. So the Queen is, if anyone's unfamiliar with the Queen, she's the short lady in the middle, in the sort of cream jacket.
I wonder what she's pointing to.
I don't know.
Seem to be watching.
Maybe someone's scaling the walls, or. Oh, we've had a message from the international. What did we say? What did you say it was, Jonathan? The International Quiz Team of Mystery.
Of Mystery. We've got them in from Canada, Wales, Bedford, and Canberra.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we have, right, that was question 1. Question 2, we are looking for the actor's name. So who is Dominic Raab replacing in this picture? It's the actor's name we want.
He looks hard there, doesn't he?
He does. Got a question saying, who is Dom Raab? All right, what's the question? All right, who? I just get a little bit confused with all the comments coming in here. So the question is, who is Dominic Raab replacing in this picture? So we're looking for the actor's name in this one. I've always thought Dominic Raab suited a cane. Twiddling it down Whitehall.
Really good fit.
He clearly likes wearing red jackets as well, doesn't he?
He does. And I'll let you make your own sort of connections between the title of the film and yeah, Dominic Raab. Right, let's move on to question 3. Okay, this is a good one. Who is Dominic Raab replacing in this photo? So if you know your sport, you should be fairly familiar with what that trophy is. It's the one with the pineapple on the top. You a tennis fan, Jonathan?
Not particularly. No, I did actually play tennis when I was younger. I was in a tennis team. Well, was that a team? It was me and my two brothers. But we were the only ones who turned up to the training every Sunday afternoon. We were there.
Wow.
So yeah.
In between the Latin and the Highland dancing.
Yeah, busy time.
Busy time,
Were
teenagers, right?
Jonathan? Were you serving volleyer?
Sorry.
Were you a serving volleyer, or was it more? Yeah, so the technical game. What was the?
I think you've gone beyond my level of technical understanding already. I mean, I could serve the ball, I could volley the ball.
Probably serving volley then.
Yeah, I could hit it. Backhand as well, I could do them. Front hand, is that what it's called? Forehand, forearm? Don't know.
All right, question 4. Here we go. Okay, so we're looking for 2 people here. So we are looking for who is Dominic Raab. Who is he replacing in this photo? He's replacing 2 people. So in case you can't see who it is, he's at the front holding the trophy, and he's the one on the left-hand side of the picture. So we're looking for 2 names. Just put first name, surname, first name, surname. You don't need to worry about commas or anything like that. But remember, everything in capitals, please.
We probably need to give people a little chance to have a look at this picture, don't we, Robbie? And this is a little bit process of elimination, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit like the tournament.
Yeah.
It's quite a big trophy.
It was a good team, wasn't it? It's a very good team.
You have to be a good team to get to a European final, though, don't you, Robbie?
Yes.
Have Sunderland ever been in the European final?
No, we've been in the only one that matters, which is the FA Cup final.
That was on the 1st of April, though.
Which I don't think Middlesbrough have had a great record in, have they?
FA Cup? Well, we've been to the FA Cup. Yeah.
Third round.
No, we got to the final. Middlesbrough are the only team to have lost the FA Cup final, the League Cup final, and been relegated all in the same season.
1997.
Yes, Sunderland have never done that, have they?
Never. But we have been relegated twice in 2 seasons. I think the most amazing thing about this whole thing, Manchester United winning in 1999, is that Wes Brown won the Champions League, and then he came to play for Sunderland. Anyway, that was question 4. Question 5. Moving away from sport, who is Dominic Raab replacing in this picture? So we're looking for the actor's name in this. So it's the actor's first name and surname. The full name.
This is another one for the teenagers, isn't it, Robbie?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think either of you guys were born when this was on the telly.
No, definitely not.
No.
Right. We'll move on from that one in a second. So that is question 5, halfway through the round. Okay. Question 6. Who is Dominic Raab replacing in this photo?
That's the same pose that he adopted in The Greatest Showman, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's just missing the K.
It's just out of shot, I think.
Yeah. We've had a comment in from Simon Thompson saying, like we've never hear about that FA Cup win. I think that's because, if I know that correctly, Simon is a Leeds fan, and Sunderland previously beat Leeds 1973. But yeah, so
what a save!
Absolutely. Who is Dominic Raab replacing in this photo? Look in the background. Some of those get-ups might be able to give you a bit of a clue. I mean, I don't know if anyone wears a tan and khaki suit like that anymore.
I don't remember any of our Eurovision Song Contest performing in a suit. So it must be some. I was thinking,
it would have been Eurovision tonight as well.
Glad you saw that.
Right, that is question 6. Question 7. Who is Dominic Raab replacing in this photo?
Can we have a clue, please, Rob?
Yeah, he was the host of Blockbusters. Again, that was another one. I don't really remember Blockbusters.
I'm aware of what it is, but never watched it really. Is his name an anagram with letters behind him?
That could be a tiebreaker, couldn't it? Actually, it's the best word from the remaining letters.
Or the tiebreaker could be what was the tile that was third in from the left and third one down. Right, so that is question 7. We're going to go to question 8. So, very, very well-known TV show. If some of you are being observant, you'll see what I'm talking about. But we are looking for the presenter's name on the left.
Yeah, there are some clues. There's some clues about the program there, aren't they? In the background, little logo in the background. It looks like they're all wearing a little badge there as well, Robbie. Would that be right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we can give them a bit of a clue. It's obviously Blue Peter, and the only reason I want to say it's Blue Peter is because I just want to brag about the fact that I have a Blue Peter badge that I got when I was about 11. I think I was 11, for designing an environmentally friendly garden. And I won a mouse mat and a jumper, which is great. And I won the little Blue Peter badge. Got in free to Beamish. Anyone familiar with Beamish? Any Beamish fans watching? And the Sea Life Centre in Oban, I think. I don't know if I went there. I knew that was one I could get into, but never achieved it.
It's worth going to.
You what? Sorry.
It's worth going to. Somewhere I have been.
Yeah.
So you designed an environmentally friendly garden.
That's right. Yeah.
So what were the outstanding features of your environmentally friendly garden?
Tires, car tires as like plant pots, and then railway sleepers. I think to be honest, I was doing it before it was cool. I was doing it before Charlie Dimmock and all that got on the case. And I can't remember what else I did. Yeah, but it was. I think I came in the top 50 or something like that. Anyway, that's enough about Blue Peter. Question 8. Question 9. We are looking for the character's name. Character's name. So we're not looking for the actor. We're looking for the character's name.
This looks like a period drama. Would that be right?
I think that's right. Again, look like in his red get-up. So yes, we're looking for the character's name in this. I think that's fairly straightforward. You either know it or you don't know it. And what we'll also do now is we will jump on to question 10. That's fairly straightforward. Okay, so we're looking for first name and surname of who Dominic Raab is replacing in this photo. So I think you'll be able to work out roughly where this person circulates.
There are some familiar faces there, aren't there?
Very familiar faces.
He's got quite a big head in this one, doesn't he?
He does. Frank Underwood, for any House of Cards fans.
And it looks like Mrs. Goggins in the glasses there as well, next to the lady in the red dress.
Yeah.
from Postman Pat. She was the what was she? She was the shopkeeper. Was she Mrs. Goggins in Postman Pat?
Post office, I think.
Yeah. It's nice to see her getting the recognition she deserves.
Right, so that is the end of round 2. We'll give you a couple of seconds left on that one. So we're looking for the person's name, and it is first name and surname. Okay. That is the end of round 2. So please feel free to, in a second, what we're going to do is we're just going to jump to what we're calling the tiebreaker question. The reason we want to give you the tiebreaker question now is obviously just in case there is a draw and we need to decide who wins. We're going to ask you the tiebreaker question now, so then you've got some time to think about the answer before you have to submit at the end of round 5. So you'll find this answer. It'll be at the bottom, all the way at the bottom of your answer sheet. So the question, the same, so the tiebreaker question is, what was the highest recorded attendance figure in a league football match between Sunderland and Middlesbrough? So these have to be difficult because they are tiebreaker questions. And what we're looking for is the person who is closest to the answer. So what was the highest recorded attendance figure in a league football match between Sunderland and Middlesbrough?
It's going to be massive, this, isn't it, Robbie? I mean, this is the match that everyone wants to go and see, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, this is the rivalry of all rivalries.
Yeah.
In case you haven't worked out, I'm a Sunderland fan and Neil is a Middlesbrough fan.
We're just glory boys, aren't we, Robbie? That's what it is.
Yeah. We've had a comment up, which is saying 12.
A few guesses, yeah.
Which was, I guess that would have been 5 substitutes on either side and 1 manager each. We've also had Rebecca Moss say 5. No one goes to watch Sunderland and Middlesbrough. No one goes to watch Sunderland, and Middlesbrough only have 5 fans.
That's fair enough. I would take that from Rebecca if she spelled Middlesbrough correctly.
Yeah. And we've got Phil Bushby saying single figures. I mean, feel free to put that down as your answer if you want to put that down as your answer. But yeah, maybe take a jot of that question. Write that question down. Yeah, please don't cheat. If anyone gets it bang on, then we'll obviously know that you have cheated. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into round 3 in a second. We'll actually go there in 2 minutes. So we'll actually give you 2 minutes. So feel free to go and grab a drink, go and grab some snacks, whatever it is that you need to do. We'll leave this question on the screen for the next 2 minutes, and then we'll jump into round 3. I will actually be putting some comments on the screen because we're getting quite a lot of comments around this question. Sam Graham, who are these teams?
I mean, I know as much about football as I do about tennis, so it's just words to me.
Catherine Thompson saying 120,000.
Whoa, that's the closest so far.
We've got Sam Graham saying, are they even Football League? Which, I mean, Sunderland are near the bottom, but we are still Football League. And Simon Thompson saying, is this including the pie vendor? Which I suppose would make
that's a genuine question. I think that's a genuine question.
I mean, it's a fair point. Would the pie vendor have to buy their own ticket? So would they be counted or not? I guess not.
I don't know. I think these are the questions that everyone's asking, Jonathan.
There would be more than one pie vendor. For Sunderland versus Middlesbrough, there'd be more. Even if the attendance was 12, you'd need 3 pie vendors to sort them all out.
Yeah. Right, we've got 30 seconds left, and then we'll jump into round 3. And just letting you know what's coming up. Actually, Jonathan will show some more team photos in a second, but just letting you know we'll do round 3. And then what we're actually going to do is we're just going to hear from from Susie Thompson for about just a minute or so, and then we're just going to show you a quick video, which we hope works. It's only about 2.5, 3 minutes long. Just shows you a little bit about what Wickham does. Susie will explain a little bit more about what Wickham does, why we've organised the quiz this evening. But yeah, Jonathan, do you want to run us through some more of these teams? I will share your screen.
Yeah, so just a few more team photos to inspire you. Quite like this one, you're a Quizzard Harry. And these are photos of the team on mountain because they're going straight to the top.
Really?
We may come back to that quote at the end to see how accurate that is. But if you've got a team of mountaineers, brilliant. We've got the quizzical distances. I think a fairly local team, I think, although I'm not sure if the distances applies.
Combatant based.
Yeah, I'm going to comment there. And then we've got the quarantine quizzers. Again, fairly local. I think most.
Yeah, it's quite a good job of superimposing someone in there.
Yeah, it looks quite good. I had to look twice to see whether everybody was a little box, but it's just the one. So yes, a few more teams. If you haven't yet let us know that you're here, then do use the comments on YouTube. Let us know how you're getting on. The questions, are they too easy? They're too hard? Not that we're going to change the rest of them, but you know.
But you might, if you are finding it too hard, you might then want to call in some. As long as you haven't reached your capacity of 8, you might want to call in some slightly more brainy people. Right, we're going to jump across to. Let's get rid of that. There's that tiebreaker question one more time if you want to write that one down. And then we're going to jump across to round 3. So, round 3, it's the connections round. So, as it says on the tin, every question in this round will have a connection to every other question in the round. So, what you're looking for is as you go through, one of the tips for this one is don't try and guess the connection too early, because what you'll end up doing is if you get an incorrect connection to start with, you'll then try to fit all the other answers into that incorrect connection. So maybe just go through, jot them down, and then just try and work out the connection when you've seen the majority of the questions. And then the 11th question in this round, we'll be asking you for the one word that links all of the questions together. So some of the links might be part of the answer. Some of the links might be part of the question. So, we'll make a start on this one. Okay, question 1. What chalk hills extend from the Itchen Valley of Hampshire in the west to Beachy Head of Sussex in the east? So that's what chalk hills extend from the Itchen Valley of Hampshire in the west to Beachy Head of Sussex in the east. So again,
are we looking for a particular number of words here, Robbie?
Yeah, we're looking for 2 words. So that's a bit of a clue on that one. 2 words. Again, keep it all capital letters, please. So yeah, what chalk hills extend from the Itchen Valley of Hampshire in the west to the Beachy Head of Sussex in the east? Right, we're going to go across to question 2. Jonathan, do you want to go for this one?
So this one, the 7th century biography of St. Columba is thought to contain the first reference to which aquatic mythical creature? So we're looking for the aquatic mythical creature, which first referenced in St. Columba's biography.
Are you big on 7th century literature at all and chronicles, Robbie?
Yep, absolutely. It's a cracking read, his biography. Yeah.
Would that be your favourite, the one on St. Columba? Are there any that you're looking in the top of your list?
I mean, for a genuinely serious answer for once, I am a big fan of the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, which I don't think it's a sentence I've ever said. Definitely not on a live stream before. But yeah, I've never actually read the 7th century biography of St. Columba, so I'll put that on my Kindle list.
The Anglo-Saxon Chronicle was okay, but I didn't like the crossword. I found that too difficult.
Right, question 3. Okay, Neil, do you want to go for this one?
Yeah, this is right up my street, this one. Which singer was locked out of heaven in their 2012 album, Unorthodox Jukebox? We're looking for the name of the singer who, in their 2012 album, Unorthodox Jukebox, was locked out of heaven. This isn't on my Spotify playlist, I have to confess. I don't know about you two guys.
No, neither's mine.
So I like
that. We've actually put out a question here that none of us can relate to in any way.
What you mean, unlike all the tennis questions that Jonathan was relating to?
Well, I'm all over them.
We did say there were tenuous links, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Right, that was question 3. Question 4. We have, what 1993 song did Elton John release in collaboration with George Michael? So what 1993 song did Elton John release in collaboration with George Michael? Now, what you might find is that there's some that you just know instantly, and they're the ones that you can almost then pen in and work the other ones around what the connection is. Not that I'm suggesting we're going to have a lot of Elton John and George Michael fans with us this evening. Is this one on your Spotify playlist, Jonathan? That's if you know what song it is.
Well, I'm just trying to remember what song it is.
Don't say it.
No, I won't. It probably wouldn't be on the list, actually. I don't think. 1993. Yeah, I was still in nappies then.
Goodness me.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I was, but I was 6. Right, that's question 4. Question 5. Neil.
Yeah, okay. In which book would you find the characters Hazel, Blackberry, Holly, Bigwig, and Fiver? So we're looking for the title of the book that contains characters who have the names Hazel, Blackberry, Holly, Bigwig, and Fiver. So I can say that I have read this book. I've not got those either of those songs on my playlist, but this is a book that is on my bookshelf.
Is this St. Columba's biography?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure this is on my bookshelf as well. I'm not sure I've actually read it. I probably started it.
Yeah, so that is question 5, halfway through the round. Well, there's 11 questions, nearly halfway through the round.
Can you still get Blackberries these days?
Sorry?
Can you still get Blackberries these days? You know, the phones, or are they all out of fashion?
You
don't hear much about them.
No, I don't hear much about them anymore. Used to be big in business, but then business stopped.
Yeah.
Right, question 6. Bangor and Hollywood are towns in which county? As Bangor and Hollywood are towns in which county? I'm not giving any clues on this one. This is where the rubber hits the road. I think this is one you either know or don't know, which I guess is probably the same for every quiz question.
Other than that, as you were saying, Robbie, that because it's in this round, as people are thinking about the other answers and then coming back to questions that they may not have got, and that may help them to make perhaps a more educated guess. So they, if they don't know, it might point them in a certain direction.
Absolutely. It's like a crossword. If you don't know that clue, then you look for the ones around it, and then you'll fill that one in. Right, that's question 6. Bangor and Hollywood are towns in which county? Going to move on to question 7. Jonathan, do you want to go for this one?
Yeah, the following lyrics come from which song? Linger on the sidewalk where the neon lights are pretty. So we're looking for the name of the song that these lyrics come from. I'm not going to sing it. I was wondering if I was singing it, but I don't want to make it too obvious.
No.
Linger on the sidewalk where the neon lights are pretty.
It's a familiar line, isn't it? It's one that you think you should know. I think this one.
I'm looking for some of the musical people we have watching that I know we have watching to be getting this one right. There's quite a lot of music in this round. Right, so that's question 7. The following lyrics come from which song? Linger on the sidewalk where the neon lights are pretty. Question 8. Neil.
Is that because my nickname's the first one here?
Yeah.
Bufflehead, the Golden Eye, Mandarin, and Ida are all types of what? So we're looking for something that connects these 4: Bufflehead, Golden Eye, Mandarin, and Ida. They're all types of the same thing. What is it? That's what we're looking for here. And any of those words look familiar to you, Jonathan?
Well, so I'm thinking of oranges. I'm thinking of Bond films.
Oh, yeah. Oranges.
Well, mandarins.
Mandarin.
Oh, yeah. I shouldn't give people too many ideas. I mean, GoldenEye orange.
I was thinking of the early 2000s striker Ida Johnson.
Ida Johnson.
Yeah. Who I think then he had I think is either his dad or his son was also called Ida Johnson. Which I think it's quite a Scandinavian thing. You sort of same names or he's called sort of Johnsonson, Iderson or something like that. Anyway. So yeah, that is question 8. Question 8. Moving on to question 9. Pont des Arts Bridge. My French is as good as my Latin. Pont des Arts Bridge in Paris is better known as the Bridge of what? So looking for one word. It's the Bridge of something. Been to Paris, Jonathan?
No, I've not actually.
Been to Paris?
I've been to Paris. Yeah, I don't know that I've been on the Pont des Arts Bridge. I know there's one called Pont Neuf, which interestingly on question 9. But Neuf doesn't mean 9. I don't think. It doesn't mean new. It's New Bridge. I think. That's the extent of my French.
Neuf is 9.
Well, maybe it was then. Maybe it was the 9th bridge.
Yeah.
I should have paid more attention on the 8th one. That might have been the one that had the answer to this.
I went to see Fleetwood Mac in Paris for a final, never again to be seen final world tour. And then we saw them. And then about a week later, they said, and join us next year for our final ever world tour. So I didn't go and see them again. That was also the night when Susie and I went to get a pizza and Susie stacked it in a pizza shop. Came out of the toilet and didn't see one of the steps. Really the only thing I remember about that weekend. Anyway, enough about that.
Was she all right, Robbie? Sorry, I'm laughing. Was she all right? She was okay.
Yeah, she was absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Lived to tell the tale. Pont des Arts Bridge in Paris is better known as the Bridge of what? Right, and this is the final question. No, it's not. It's the second last question. So we've got Right. This is question 10. Which American university lists Presidents Ford, Clinton, Bush Sr., Bush Jr., by Bush Jr. I mean George W. Bush, and actors Paul Newman and Meryl Streep amongst its alumni? So basically, all those people have been to an American university. And what American university is it?
Alumni. We had a question about this when we were looking at these questions, didn't we, Robbie, about alumni? But we didn't. Yeah. Our Latin didn't help us to know whether alumni should be one eye or two eyes. Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
We may get some help from the people taking part. There may be a Latin scholar out there who can point out whether we've got that right or whether we're missing an eye or even some other letter.
Well, I think if Jonathan doesn't know, then we're stuffed, really.
Well, yeah, I'm just thinking back to those early days. Yeah, first year of secondary school. Yeah.
Running back from your tennis lesson straight into your Latin class. Right, so that is question 10. Which American university lists Presidents Ford, Clinton, Bush Sr., Bush Jr., and actors Paul Newman and Meryl Streep among its alumni? Okay, and this is question 11, which is what one word links all the questions or answers in this round? So we're looking for one word, and that's the one word that links all the questions in this round. And a little bit like the tiebreaker, as you've still got a few more rounds to think about it, what you might want to do is just jot down the answers you've got at the minute, and then just try and be thinking about your answer to this one over the next little while. So what one word links all the questions in this round?
This is still tough, I think, isn't it, Robbie? I think this is some of the answers might give a real clue as to what that connection is, but some of them are probably a little bit left.
Something pointed out about the apostrophe before alumni. I'm not sure what the answer is about the alumni, but we didn't need the apostrophe in its. Thank you for pointing that. I actually wondered that.
Right. Yes, as in there's not an apostrophe in alumni, but there shouldn't have been an apostrophe in its.
We left that in deliberately, didn't we? I think that was, we wanted to just to test that everyone was still awake at the stage of the quiz.
I mean, I'm not saying grammar's unimportant, but it's not the main point of the evening. Right, we are going to move on. That is the end of round 3. What we're going to do now is Susie Thompson is just going to come and talk to us for a few minutes, and then we're just going to show a video which is just explaining what Wickham does and why Wickham does what it does. So we're going to disappear off the screen for a second, and then Susie will come and we'll just chat to us for a couple of minutes. So we will, Jonathan.
Hi, my name's Susie. I'm team leader for Wickham, for those of you who don't know me. Just want to say thank you for joining the quiz. This would have been a fundraising quiz in person had we been able to do that, but obviously this situation means we can't do that. If you did want to give a donation, you'd be more than welcome to, but definitely no pressure. We just wanted people to join in, have fun, get to know a bit about Wickham. So there is a website that if you want to make a donation, you can, but don't feel any pressure, especially those of you who paid to see the horror and stressful situation of me having my hair cut last week. So thank you very much for those who donated to that. So don't feel like you need to be kind of keeping on giving more. But yeah, and we've just got a really short little video just explaining a little bit about what Wickham is and kind of said in the words of other people, which I think is quite helpful.
what we've just realised on that is that there was no sound coming out of that one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add Jonathan and Neil back in. We are going to carry on with the quiz. We will come back to that in a minute. We'll come back to that at the end of round 3. So hopefully we can work that one out in the next little while. But basically, yes, there should be sound with that video. So we'll show that in probably about 10 minutes after we've done the next round. So we'll crack on with round 4. So if you make sure you've got your quiz sheets ready, we will jump into round 4. And round 4, Wickham is a youth organisation. And so what we've done is we have based some questions around youth culture. You should be looking for a youth or a young person link in all of the questions to do with this round. So what we're going to do is we will dive right in. So, Neil, do you want to go for this one?
Yeah. Okay. In 2005, was the most popular name for baby girls. The most popular name for boys born in the same year also began with a J. What is it? So we're looking for the boy's name beginning with J that was the most popular name given to baby boys in 2005. So that's 15 years ago. Yeah, these boys beginning with J, they'll all be about 14, 15 now. So that might be help if you know lots of 15-year-olds. What's the most common name beginning with J? That might not be any help at all. But yeah, we're looking for boy's name beginning with J.
Willie, we'll give you a couple more seconds on that one. You'll see that Jonathan has just disappeared. Actually, Jonathan has rejoined us. So we'll add Jonathan back in. That was just to try and get the video working for later on. But we'll jump into question 2. So we've got question 2, which is, what is the Chinese video sharing social networking app used to create short dance, lip sync, comedy, and talent videos? So what is the Chinese video sharing social networking app used to create short dance, lip sync, comedy, and talent videos? Should have been around in your high school, Jonathan. Could have caught you Highland dancing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Would that have fitted in the short dance or the comedy section?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely the kind of thing that I think this particular app was designed for.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure if there is Highland dancing on there already. I'll need to check it out sometime.
If not, there's definitely a gap in the market for you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Question 3. Okay, it's a good question. Neil, take it away.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think this is a stinker. Actually, this is a really tough question. 18-year-old Billie Eilish. Her full name is Billie Eilish something. Baird O'Connell. What is the missing part of her name? The 18-year-old singer, Billie Eilish. Her full name is Billie Eilish something. Baird O'Connell. What is the missing part of her name? This is how are people meant to know this one? How are we meant to know this one, Robbie? What do you think?
I think it's either something that's lodged in your brain or you don't know it at all. I think you can try and take a guess, but a billion names out there, you're never going to guess it, really. Okay, that is question 3. Question 4. Multiple choice here. We just want you to put down the letter that you're choosing. So you don't need to write anything. You just need to put the letter down. Again, capital letters, please. According to a 2018 study, teenagers spend how long online per day? So it's either A, 6 hours, B, 9 hours, or C, 11 hours.
I think if we've got family groups out there, I think we've got the teenagers saying, I'd say definitely A, and you've got parents saying, well,
Got John Hogarth throwing his guess in. 25 hours a day. So it's worth remembering this is a 2018 study. So 2018 study. So don't let sort of the last couple of months throw you. 2018 study, teenagers spend how long online a day? 6, 9, or 11 hours. Okay. Round 4, question 5. Boris Becker won Wimbledon at what age? So 17, 18, or 20. Boris Becker won Wimbledon at what age? 17, 18, or 20?
Is this because Boris, my mate, Boris Becker won Wimbledon a few times? Is this the first time that he won Wimbledon? Are we looking for?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, you're right. Yes, because Boris Becker first won Wimbledon at what age? Because he won it multiple times. Very good. Yeah, we're looking at how old he was when he first won it. Okay, that is question 5. Question 6. Okay, we've got an abbreviation here. Jonathan, do you want to take us through this one?
Yes, so HPATPOA, or HPATPOA, is an anagram of, sorry, not an anagram, is an abbreviation of what? So not an anagram. It is an abbreviation of something. HPATPOA, also known as HPATPOA.
We're not going to give you any clues on this. We're not going to tell you in what setting or in what anything it is. Or yeah, we're just going to say HPATPOA is an abbreviation of what? Okay, we're going to go on to question 7. Now, what we've done, we put some emojis together here. I think the next few are emojis, and we're looking for a TV presenter's name. So have a bit of a think. It requires some lateral thinking. We'll give you a little bit longer on these ones because you need to be visually seeing them. But think about it. It's a TV presenter, first name and surname, spelt correctly, capital letters.
Yeah, and we want it spelled absolutely correctly, don't we? We're quite sure on that.
Yeah.
And the theory here is if you're a young person and you're very into emojis and then you know all about them and know what they mean. I believe.
And the reason we're using emojis is because emojis are primarily how young people communicate. Maybe not primarily, but that's how, yeah. Okay, move on to the next one. Give you a couple more seconds on that. Okay, the next one is the most followed person on Instagram. I'm not going to tell you whether they're male or female. We're just going to say the most followed person on Instagram. First name and surname.
I feel I should adopt the position of a High Court judge here, Robbie, and say, what is an Instagram?
An Instagram. It is Jonathan. What is you're a youth worker? What is an Instagram?
What is an Instagram as a noun?
Yeah.
Essentially, it is what it shows in the answer here. It's just pictures. It's just pictures. I mean, it's not really pictures. I do remember being told about Instagram initially, being told that I should be using it, and I looked at it and I thought, this is just pictures. Like you know, I want text. I want stuff to be said, but that maybe just shows my age. Yeah. I don't know how you feel, Neil, about just pictures. Yeah.
So pictures are great, but I guess if you're the most followed person on Instagram, you've got to be somebody who likes taking pictures around about what's going on in your life, or pictures of yourself.
I mean, that might be one of the reasons why they are the most followed person on Instagram. Does seem to be a lot of people taking pictures of themselves. Right, next one. That is question 8. Question 9. Okay, so this person appeared on the Forbes list of 100 most powerful women, and this was last year. So looking last year, 2019, they appeared on the Forbes list of 100 most powerful women. First name and surname. First 2 pictures of the first name. Second 2 pictures are the last 2 pictures are the surname. Remember, think about it's all youth related. So think about young people. Think about youth culture. First name and surname.
Can I just say, I'm really pleased to see Mrs. Goggins making another appearance. In this. I think she's been overlooked for far too many years, and we're rectifying that this evening, which is great.
He's made 2 appearances this evening. We'll give you about another 30 seconds on that one. Looking for first name, surname. Think laterally. Think a little bit outside the box. Right. We're going to move on to question 10. Final question of round 4. Okay. So this is the last one of these. We are looking for the artist nominated for Song of the Year at the 2020 Grammys. So we're looking for first name again, first name and surname. Looking for capital letters, and it needs to be spelled correctly as well. First name and surname.
To put my High Court judge hat or wig on again, what is a Grammy?
Jonathan, you're a youth worker. What's a Grammy? Can you have an Instagram?
Well, I guess an Instagram is one that just appears straight away. So it takes a little bit longer to find your Grammy.
I think it's a music award.
Music, yeah.
I don't know what you have to do to get a Grammy.
So called Grammy because of gramophone, is it then?
Yeah.
We're getting back into my era now. This is good.
I think you have to be quite good on the gramophone to be able to get one.
Right, and there we are. End of round 4. End of round 4. So we have one more round to go, which is round 5. What we'll try and do now is we'll try and share that video that we didn't share at the end of round 3. We'll give this a go. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't, then you'll see me back here ad-libbing again in about 20 seconds. We'll try and give this another go. So this is just explaining what Wickham does, why Wickham does what it does, and we've asked various people to take part in this to explain why they appreciate Wickham.
I would recommend Wickham because it is a great way to make new friends, have amazing new opportunities, and to learn more about God.
One of the things I love about Wickham is that it is a partnership of local village churches working together to serve young people.
Something that I love about Wickham is a sense of community within the young people and also the leaders, volunteers, youth workers.
You know, everyone there is so kind and so welcoming, whether you're in year 7 or in 6th form. And the youth leaders are so lovely, and they always make sure that, you know, you're okay and they're there if you need to chat. And I think overall that's the reason that I would recommend to get involved with Wickham.
One great thing about Wickham is that it is a trusted brand which opens doors for work in the local secondary schools.
One thing I love about Wickham is the fact that all of the leaders just make you feel so loved, so accepted and so listened to. They're all amazing.
When I first came to 6th form, it was really nice to have the CU that I could go to straight away, because it gave me a kind of network of people that I knew I could say hi to and I could trust, and it really allowed me to meet up with other Christians. And I think Wickham's really great at creating that sort of network.
What I like about Wickham is that youth workers provide extra pastoral support in schools for young people who are feeling pressured or vulnerable.
One of the things I really like about Wickham and have really valued over the years is the support network that it provides to the youth workers.
Wickham offers a great place to forge relationships with other young people which can last a lifetime.
I like Wickham because you make new friends. At first, I learn new things about God and have nice food. Wickham Weekend is fun because we play games and learn more about each other and God each day.
The thing that Wickham I like are trips like that, those are about a weekend away. And thanks very much, that's what I'm going to say.
Great. So thankfully that worked. We will be putting that on Wickham's social media and on the Wickham website. So please feel free to go to www.wickham.org if you'd like to find more out about Wickham. We'll be starting round 5 in about 5 minutes. Jonathan, do you have some more teams to show us?
I do, yes. Yeah, so just a few more photos that we had sent in, just so you can get a sense of who you're competing against. So here we've got the quarantine, looking very, very serious.
Obviously, this was pre-social distancing.
Yes, looking very intelligent as well, I have to say. We'll see how that did. Then we've got Wickham to conquer. Brilliant photo, I have to say.
Who's that then? Neil?
That is my family reacting genuinely to a camera about to fall off the handrail of a bridge and into a stream in the Lake District.
That's brilliant. We've got the Guardians of the Hamster. Hey. They're one of our youth workers. Plus the hamster. I don't know if the hamster's involved. Let us know how the hamster's contributions are going.
Useful they are.
And then any suggestions, which is the actual team name. I had to double check that one. With Becky and family. So yeah, it's great to have so many people involved. So many different places. Hopefully you're enjoying it.
So we'll give you about 2 or 3 minutes. We'll give you about 2 or 3 minutes before we go on to round 5. This is just to allow you to go grab a drink or grab some snacks, but also if you need to start your video chat again, please just leave YouTube running so you don't pause it, because we're one round away from the end. And just to explain what we're going to do, we'll do the last round, which is the music round. So you'll be hearing 10 clips. And then you give us the answers, and then you will We'll give you about 4 or 5 minutes just to submit all your answers. And then what we'll do is we'll get on with marking them all. So there'll probably be about 5 or so minutes whilst we're just doing that, as long as everyone gets them in on time. And then, yeah, we'll be able to give you the results of the quiz. So 2 or 3 minutes. We'll see you back here in about 2 minutes. So please feel free to go grab a drink, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay. We are going to get going again. Okay, so here we are, round 5. So
this is the final stretch, isn't it, Robbie?
It is. It is final stretch. We're into the last round. 10 questions. 10 questions, as I say. This is the music round, so there's going to be 10 questions. There's going to be a clip in every question. So you'll hear a sound. You'll hear a bit of music. And the key to this is that we've taken some songs, we've taken some theme tunes, we've taken some songs from films, and we've done something a little bit different with all of them. So some of them the tone has been played with, some of them are in entirely different styles, some have been some have been played in reverse. So what we're going to do is we'll start round 5, just make sure everyone can hear them. So please, if you just make sure that when you're watching this, just make sure you've got your volume sorted. What we'll do is we'll keep quiet. So we'll play them and then we'll keep quiet so we don't sort of confuse you with a lot of talking. So this is question 1. Name the film that this song comes from. So question 1, name the film that this song comes from.
Rob,
Maybe
that was
quite
quite
quiet.
quiet. Can we just check that people have heard that? Okay.
Yeah, let's just check that people have heard that.
Yeah, I'm not sure that they are from what I'm sensing.
Okay, what I might just do for a second, tell you what I'll do. I'm going to let you guys talk for a second.
We might have to end up doing it, Jonathan. You realise that?
Yeah. So that's interesting. Being with the shelf behaves out of the list. I'll go with the massive stool is being people that goes out to something else. Just having your left shoulder.
I couldn't hear you very well there.
I'm excited to hang with the shelf behind you.
Jonathan, I think your microphone might be turned off.
Okay.
Right. I'll try to.
How does that sound now?
What's that sound like? Is that being funny?
Yeah, I think it still sounds a little bit like we're dropping the tone of a Dalek at the moment. So at this point, I'm not too sure whether saying something is going to be clear for people to hear. But I'm inclined to think that we probably could serenade people. Do you think? Is that would there be interest in that? A little bit of vocal performance.
Okay, Jonathan. I've been told that it sounds like you're in a cave. What I might just do is I might just try and mute you for a second. Right? Is that any better? Neil, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no feedback there now.
Okay. So, right. Let's give this another bash. Right. Name one. It's a question one. Name the film this song comes from. So this is actually quite a bit of a faint track, so you might just need to listen quite carefully to this. Turn it up, but then maybe turn it down because the other ones are quite loud. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you heard that, even if it was slightly faint. Okay, so name the film that this song comes from. Okay, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to number 2. Okay, guess the TV show. Simple as that, no strings attached. So this is guessing the TV show. This one's louder than the first one, so you might just want to. I think all of them are now now louder than the first one, so you might just want to watch the volume on this. But guess the TV show.
No. Years. Off.
That sounds just like it did when Jonathan and I were speaking a couple of minutes ago.
So guess the TV show. Simple as that, no strings attached. Right, what we're going to do is question 3. Name the artist.
It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I kinda like the way you know the pain, you know the day bleeds into nightfall, and you know.
Yeah, so just before you thought that Jonathan was back, it was actually meant to sound like that. Yeah, so name the artist for that track there.
That was just getting to my favourite bit of the song.
Yeah. Right. Going to go to question 4. Name the band. Naming the band there. You up on that, Neil?
Yeah, well, so that was I recognise that more as a soundtrack to a television program rather than the original performance of the song. So that might help some people.
A bit of a hint.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. We are now going to go to question 5. Again, looking for the artist. Remember, all capital letters. If you need 2 words, remember if you need a name, it's again first name and surname.
Dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song.
Okay. Artist, remember, if you think it's a person, then it's first name and surname.
They sounded like the answer to number 3. It sounded like the same person to me.
Right. I think we'll move on to number 6. Again, naming the artist here.
No, I don't even know your name. It doesn't matter. You're my experimental game. Just human nature.
Okay. Again, first name, surname if you think it's a person. All capital letters, remember. Just looking for the artist there. Give you another 10, 15 seconds on that one.
There's just enough of a hint on these, isn't there? They're just familiar enough, I think, in a lot of instances. Yeah.
Right. Right, number 7. Name the band. Fairly unique sound.
If you've ever listened to somebody playing their music down the corridor, then this is a giveaway, isn't it? It sounds just like that.
Right, Jonathan is back apparently. We'll see if Jonathan's back in and if he's got himself out of the well. Jonathan.
Hello.
Yeah.
I don't know what I sound like.
You are back. You are back.
I mean, I could almost have sung the song for question 8, couldn't I? And that wouldn't work anymore.
Got lots of people saying you sound like a robot, you sound like a Dalek, you sound like Robocop.
I've taken us through that. It's all sorted.
Okay. Right, question 8. Name the film this song comes from. So name the film that this song comes from.
Well, baby, now every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. Oh, that's how I know you go on. Far across distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Yeah.
So we're looking for the film title. Remember, all capital letters, please. All capital letters. So looking for a film title. It's not the song title, it's the film that this song comes from. Nathan Thompson commenting here, saying, this is a great round. That's the feedback we like, Nathan. Keep it coming. Right, question 9. Name the well-known old TV theme tune. Might be a slight clue there, but name the well-known old TV theme tune. So you're looking for a TV theme tune there. Again, all capital letters. And now we're on to the final question of the quiz. Question 10 is, what everyday tune is mixed with Dua Lipa in this clip? Okay, and there we have it. What everyday tune is mixed with Dua Lipa in this clip? So that is the end of the quiz. We aren't going to replay any of those, but what we are going to do is we're going to ask you you have 5 minutes. We will give you a 1 minute warning in the comments. We'll give you a 1 minute warning, and then you need to submit your answer form on the Google document. So make sure you've got an answer for everything. Make sure it's all capital letters. Make sure it's laid out. If there's any specific instructions on the answer form, just make sure it's all laid out like that. And then please submit your answer form. And what we'll do is, once this 5 minutes is done, we'll then go through all the answers once all the forms have been submitted. And any forms that arrive after we've started going through the answers, unfortunately, won't be counted, because you'll obviously be able to just be getting the answers. So we'll give you fair warning that the 5 minutes is coming to an end. Please make sure you're just chatting amongst your teams. What we'll do is we'll just disappear from the screen for a second, just to give you a few minutes to chat as a team, and you don't hear us rabbiting on. And we'll be back in it's probably about 4.5 minutes now. But we'll give you fair warning that the 5 minutes is coming to an end. Right, we'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, bringing back in Neil and Jonathan. And we are up. I think that's the 5 minutes up. So if you could please be making sure that you submit all your answer sheets in now. Jonathan, is there anyone we need to give a bit of a nudge to, or do you think we're all right?
Yeah, so there's a few we've not got in yet. Just quickly one for your team names. Steve Gaze should go blue. May the best team win. You're a quizzed Harry. Quizzical distances, quarantine, itsy bitsy teeny weeny, get me out of quarantine. So we're still looking for yours, unless you've done it in the last few seconds, which a couple of you have. Excellent.
Okay, what we might just do, Jonathan, if you could multitask for a second, is just show a couple of the. We've had a couple of team photos in this evening. Just show a couple of them while we're waiting for a few more to come in.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we'll close off the entrance, and then we'll run through the answers while Jonathan calculates the winner. So.
Yeah. So these last few team photos we had a may the best team win.
May the best team win.
Beth hiding in the photo somewhere.
I don't know who the mystery character was in that one.
Is that it? Oh, yeah.
The mystery character is there in the bottom right screen.
Interesting. We've got the Penarth Legends. Legendary photo. We also have, here we go, you're a Quizzard Larry. Not to be confused with you're a Quizzard Harry. And is there one more? No, that's us. That's them.
Great. Fantastic.
Also, just while we're checking, we'll just do a quick check. We've got a few more in now. We also had a birthday yesterday, somebody related to Wickham, Lydia Coxall. So we'll give a happy birthday shout out to her. Just while
happy
we're
birthday, Lydia.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining in the quiz. Not that there's much else that we can be doing now.
Okay, so we okay, I think we're almost there. We're just waiting for Itty Bitty Teeny Weeny Get Me Out of Quarantine. One more to come.
It's going to be taking them so long to fill their team name in at the top of the sheet. That's what it is. Well done, everybody, there tonight. That was, I think people had to be on their A game for that quiz, don't you think? I think, yeah, that was good effort from everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks for bearing with the sort of the technical hitches we've had. As I say, it's the first time we've done a quiz online. Yeah, thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for being supportive. I think we've got about 30 teams in this evening, so really good number. Really, really happy that you're all involved. And as I say, if you'd like to know more about Wickham, or you'd like to get involved with Wickham, then you'll see the website's going across the bottom of the screen. Great. So shall we start going through the answers, Jonathan?
I think so, yeah. But I'm just hoping that last one's going to come in a few seconds. Otherwise, it might be too late.
Well, I'll tell you what. We will. We'll start going through the answers. What we'll do is we will. Oh, apparently it's Jonathan's team. Okay. What we're going to do is we will go through the answers. We'll give Jonathan a bit of time to make sure that we're good. Okay. We'll give Jonathan a bit of time to be calculating up the scores, because whilst we're going through the answers, Jonathan will be calculating who's won this evening. We can't actually physically give anyone a prize this evening because you're all away. But what we did is we actually got the email addresses of everyone who was part of the quiz this evening. So if you've won, what we'll do is we'll get in touch with you and we'll get something to you. But actually, I think fun has been the winner this evening. Well, I've had fun. I don't know if anyone else has. Great. So we're going to go through the answers. Round one, general knowledge. Okay, it was Captain Tom Moore who walked 100 laps around his garden in April to raise money for the NHS. It's Captain Tom Moore. Question 2. Jonathan, shall we just drop you out of this for a second so you can be carrying on?
Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah.
just in case you turn into the Terminator again. Question 2. What is shown in this image? This was Neil's question, and it is international time zones. So, yeah, you might have been able to make out some of the outlines of some of the countries there, but we got international time zones there. Okay, Neil, question 3.
Question 3, it's Boris Johnson, who was born just a mile from Central Park in New York. Some people may have put Donald Trump. He was born in Queens, which is a few more miles away, about 8 miles away from Central Park. But Boris Johnson was born in the Upper East Side, adjacent to Central Park.
Great. Question 4. Giroli Ponte was a Roman town that became the site of what city? Cambridge. Hopefully those of you who are local to Cambridge would have known that. Question 5. Neil, this was another one of yours, and the answer is Jamie Murray.
Jamie Murray. Yeah. So people may have, I think they'll have worked out it was one of the Murrays, but the key being Jamie's won 7 Grand Slam titles, all in doubles, whereas his brother Andy has won 3 singles Grand Slam titles. Both taken part in the Davis Cup, both played at 3 Olympic Games, and both with OBEs.
Great. Question 6. It was Dennis the Menace. So Dennis the Menace appeared on this side of the Atlantic and the other side of the Atlantic. It was first appeared in print on the 12th of March 1951. Question 7. It was Vienna. That was where Eliud Kipchoge became the first person to run a marathon in under 2 hours. Question 8. Now this was it. So the following cities from west to east is Exeter, Edinburgh, Bristol, and Manchester. So Edinburgh is further west than Bristol. If you don't believe me, then you can look at a map or an atlas, because yes, Edinburgh is further west than Bristol. I think that might have caught a few people out. Question 9. The production of which Mexican product temporarily suspended? Obviously, if you think about it, it was Corona beer. We would also have accepted it if you just put Corona as well. But if it's Corona beer, that's fine. And 10, how many leaders has the Conservative Party had in the 21st century? It is 6. So Haig, Howard, May, Cameron, IDS, and Johnson. So 6 leaders in the 21st century. So hopefully you all managed to get at least a few in that round. Round 2, the picture round. So we've taken Dominic Raab's face off all of these. So we have, it was Prince Andrew. So I think a fair few people might have probably gone for Prince Philip there, but it's actually Prince Andrew. The second one, it is obviously Hugh Jackman. And number 3, Neil, we've got...
That is Goran Ivanisevic.
The 2001 Wimbledon winner after a, whatever it was, 7-hour match with Pat Rafter. Beat Tim Henman in the semi-final, I think. And he was a wild...
I think, didn't it, the semi-final? It was carried over several days because of the rain, I think.
Yeah, and he was a wild card, I think, as well. One of the only wild cards to have won Wimbledon. What we have in this one is we have Ryan Giggs and David Beckham. So David Beckham, the one on the floor, and Ryan Giggs, the one on the left. You will have seen, if you look a bit closely, you'll see Ryan Giggs with a Welsh flag sticking out of his shorts. That might have been a bit of a hint. Some of you might have put Roy Keane, but Roy Keane, obviously, Neil, he missed the final.
He did, yes, yeah. I think, was it, he was suspended in the semi-final. Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Question 5. That is John Inman.
Yeah, got to say, in all of these, I think Dominic Raab looked better than the person who it actually is in most of these. That was from the television program Are You Being Served, which I think was set in the department of Grace Brothers, I think it was. And I think Robbie's gone. Robbie's frozen. So and he's the man in the controls. So we're okay. As we're waiting for Robbie to come back, I've had a few comments just asking about some sort of mysterious items that have been appearing on the dresser behind me during the course of the evening. I can't comment on that because I've obviously been fixed looking ahead and looking at the screen and taking part in the quiz. But there's obviously been something going on behind. Talk of bananas and Chinese fisher folk and penguins, etc. But yeah, I can't explain that. Similarly, can't explain the absence of Robbie and Jonathan. But I do know I've got some very close friends who are out there, so I can rely on my mate Alan, particularly, to be at this moment in time recognising my predicament, sending me a quality joke that I can share with everybody while we wait for Robbie to return.
I'm back.
Oh, I love you, Robbie.
I'm not. I have absolutely no idea what happened there, other than people of the world, never use Vodafone for your home broadband. Right, where are we back to? Right, let's crack on. Right, we're back. Okay, there we go. So it was. Oh, we've gone. Where are we gone? There we go. Number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6. Tony Blair. So did we do number 5? Yes, we did. John Inman.
I did number 5. You disappeared. I just said something. I think it was right. It was John Inman, was it?
Yeah. And then I took the hump and left. So we've got number 6 there, Tony Blair. We've got number 7. That's Bob Holness. We've got number 8. Peter Purvis. Is that Peter Purvis? It is Peter Purvis.
Peter Purvis, yeah.
Blue Peter presenter. Question 9. The character we were looking for was Baldrick. So Baldrick. We weren't looking for Tony Robinson. We were looking for Baldrick. And then number 10 is Bradley Cooper. So we're going to jump into round 3. This was the connections round. So again, we're looking for connections for in between all the answers. The Chalk Hills is the South Downs. So you might start seeing a bit of a theme starting to creep up. So number 1 is the South Downs. Number 2 is the Loch Ness Monster that appeared in St. Columba's 7th century biography. Neil, number 3.
Number 3 is Bruno Mars. Yeah, top of my playlist, as I said earlier on.
So then we've got number 4. We've got "Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me." So that was the song between Elton John, released in collaboration with George Michael. Number 5. This was your question, Neil.
Yeah, Watership Down. These are all characters from the book Watership Down, about the rabbits.
And we've also got question 6. So that is County Down. That might have been a bit of a curveball to people. But County Down is the county in which Bangor and Hollywood are towns.
The theme is starting to emerge, I think, here, Robbie, isn't it? I think
the theme is starting to emerge. We've got 7. Probably getting a bit clearer now. The following lyrics come from which song? And it's Downtown by Petula Clark. Number 8. Bufflehead, Goldeneye, Mandarin, and Ida are all types of, Neil, duck.
They're all types of duck. Yeah.
And then we've got Pont des Arts Bridge in Paris is better known as the Bridge of Locks. And the final question, number 10, which American university lists Presidents Ford, Clinton, Bush Sr., Bush Jr., and actors Paul Newman and Meryl Streep among its alumni? And the answer is Yale. So if you look at all those questions, all the way 1 through to 10, what links all the answers in this round is lockdown. So you look at Yale, you look at locks, we've got duck, it's a duck, Ida Down, obviously a bit of a curveball there. Downtown, County Down, Watership Down, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Locked Out of Heaven, that was the clue in that one, Loch Ness Monster, and the South Downs. So through all of these, we have the connection of lockdown. Okay, round 4, youth. 2005, most popular name for boys that began with a J was Jack.
That was the tricky one. In the top 4, there was also James and Joshua were it, two other names beginning with J for boys in the top 4. So, you know, if you had James or Joshua, you were close, but you were wrong. Jack is the right answer.
Jack's the top answer. 2, we were looking for TikTok. I don't know what a TikTok is. I'm even less clued up about a TikTok than I am about an Instagram. But TikTok is the Chinese video sharing social networking app. Number 3, we have 18-year-old Billie Eilish's full name is Billie Eilish Pirate. I mean, I don't know if anyone will have got that, but it's either something you know or something you don't. Number 4, according to a 2018 study, teenagers spend 9 hours online every day. Boris Becker was the ripe age of 17 when he first won Wimbledon.
Yeah,
Number 6, Neil.
That was amazing. That.
Yeah. Number 6, Neil. We got Harry Potter
and the Prisoner of Azkaban, or as Jonathan was calling it, Hapatpoa.
Hapatpoa,
as it will from this point forwards be known. Hapatpoa.
Harry Potter and Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Number 7. These ones are quite tough. So if you look at it, Claudia Winkleman. So these require a little bit of lateral thinking, but you've got Claudia Winkleman there. Number 8, the most followed person on Instagram, Christian O. Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. These sound even more tenuous as I'm going through them, Neil.
I'm sure it would be a Kardashian, and I would say the boat. It should be a car. I don't understand that still. But there we go.
So the most followed person on Instagram is Cristiano Ronaldo. And who appeared on the Forbes list of 100 most powerful women? It was Greta Thunberg. Now I'm very happy to take pelters for this one because it was Grey tier, ton, as in 100, burger. So yeah.
Again, sorry, that it was what? It was
Grey tier,
grey
hair, tier, grey tier, ton,
burger. Yeah.
I couldn't find an iceberg, so it had to be a burger. And 10, we've got the artist nominated for Song of the Year at the 2020 Grammys was Lou Hiss Cap Ale Die. When you write it out, Lewis Capaldi. Neil, why you got your head in your hands? I thought that was a really good one.
I know we've been in lockdown, mate, but we need to get out more.
We definitely do need to get out more. Yeah. I think everyone taking part in the quiz will want us to get out more as well. And we got round 5. And let's just have a quick check-in with Jonathan and just see how he's doing. How you doing, Jonathan?
Hello. So we're getting there. Yep. I can't tell you anything yet.
Okay.
But, we're close.
Great. Fantastic. We'll be back to you in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're going to run through round 5. What we probably won't do is we probably won't go through all of the music again. We won't play it again. But round 5 was a music round. So the name of the film this song comes from, it was The Greatest Showman. So it was from the song This Is Me, I think.
That echoey choral bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, that echoey choral one. I might just play a snippet of each one just so you actually know what it is. I won't do it for this one though. But number 2, guess the TV show. Simple as that. No strings attached. Little bit of a clue in there. So that was Thunderbirds. That little bit going on in a few couple of seconds might have given it away for you.
No strings attached. That was a good clue there, Robbie. Well done.
Yeah. We got Name the Artist. This one was Lewis Capaldi.
It's easier to say, but it's never the same. I guess I
mean, if you're being cruel, you'd say there was nothing done to that track, but he,
that sounded more like Lou Hiss the Cap ALD.
that well-known singer. Okay, number 4. Name the band. It was obviously Led Zeppelin. Number 5, we've got Ed Sheeran.
Dancing in the dark with you between my arms. Barefoot on the
Got Ed Sheeran for number 5. Number 6, it was obviously Katy Perry.
No, I don't even know your name. It doesn't matter.
So that was number 6. Number 7, it was actually Coldplay. Which you'll obviously know that if you listen to one Coldplay song and then play it backwards, it's another Coldplay song. And then number 8, name the film that this song comes from. This might have caught a couple of people out, but it is Titanic. The lyrics you need to listen to.
Well, baby, now every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you.
Yeah, My Heart Will Go On. Would have been a very different film had that been the one at the end, I think. Name the well-known old theme tune. So this was Antiques Roadshow.
That's appealing to a totally different demographic, I think, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. We
should try that one.
And this one, the last one, was What Everyday Tune is mixed with Dua Lipa in this clip, and it was obviously the BBC News. You'll hear it at the start. Yeah, so there we are. All 51 answers. Again, thank you very much for taking part in the quiz. As you'll see, there's one more question to answer, which is what is the highest league attendance between Sunderland and Middlesbrough? And you'll see it's 62,487. Every single one of them a pie vendor.
And to be fair, I mean, that is for a single fixture. That's not in the whole history of fixtures between Sunderland and Middlesbrough, just in view of some of the misconceptions that people had earlier on. That was for a single fixture in 1950, I believe, at Roker Park.
Great. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to check in with Jonathan. Jonathan, how are you doing?
Yes, so I've literally just finished calculating the scores, and we have scores, and we have winners and numbers and all that kind of stuff.
So we'll not keep these people much longer than we need to. Can we please start with, there is a wooden spoon. So who is the wooden spoon?
So our team in last.
Sorry, it's out of 51. Is that right, Jonathan?
If you say so, I think it's out of 44, which is quite different. Let me just check that.
Well, let's tell you what. Let's just start from the bottom, and we'll say who's the team who has managed to get the least number of points across 5 rounds.
Okay, hang on. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, out of 51 is correct. Okay, so Team Y at the bottom had 14 out of 51, and they were Team GBC.
Team GBC. Which obviously we're not in this to name and shame anyone, but I think we can in this case because it is Susie's parents, who I think might have found a few questions slightly out of their area of expertise. But very well done nonetheless. We shall go to. Shall we start with 5th, Jonathan? Should we go 5th, 4th, and then we'll do gold, silver, and bronze, silver, and gold?
Yeah. So actually, we had 2 teams in. Now that would be 4th position. We had 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then we had 2 teams. Did that make them join 4th or join 5th?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That means
Makes
the
them join
tiebreaker
fourth.
comes into effect.
Okay. So the 2 teams who were in joint 4th, they had 41 out of 51. And that was Team Mongoose and Quiz Tarrant and the Millionaires.
Quiz Tarrant and the Millionaires. So they would join 4th.
Join 4th, yeah.
With how many points?
So 41.
Excellent.
41. That's not a bad.
Yeah. Considering it's just going to go up from here. And actually, from 41, then our 3rd, 2nd, and 1st place, it goes up to 42, 43, and then 44. So it's very, very close.
Oh goodness me!
Just one.
So who's the
one
bronze? Who's the bronze medal place, Jonathan?
Our bronze place are Quarantine Quizzers.
Quarantine Quizzers. Well done to you guys. Come in 3rd, 42 points. We've got who in silver 2nd place, Jonathan?
2nd place we have Steve's Heroes.
Steve's Heroes in 2nd with 43 points.
Okay, getting to the top now. And I'm actually quite pleased that this team has won, not because I can remember who's in the team, but because it allows me to say their name again. In 1st place, we have Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny out of Quarantini with 44 out of 51.
Well done. Well, just to show appreciation, I thought, you know what I'd do? I would just I would actually just type it up quickly, who the winners were. But because it was such a long name, we just got congratulations to the winners, whoever they are. So congratulations to everyone. So we've had a comment in saying, can a full list be sent out afterwards so we can see where we came? Absolutely. We will send this all out. We'll just send the team names, so we won't put them. We won't put any contact details up, but we'll get that all out. We'll put it on social media so you can see where you all came within the quiz. The only thing that's left for us to say is a big thank you. Oh, we've already got a question in from Steve saying we want a recount. Yeah, we won't be doing a recount. But a big thank you to everyone for being involved. What we will be doing is we'll just send a quick email out to the people, just letting you know where you all came. Thank you all for taking part. Thank you all for supporting Wickham. If you'd like to find out more about Wickham, please head to the website. And we'll also just, for the next couple of minutes, just be putting the giving link up at the bottom of the screen. So if you would like to get involved in supporting Wickham, then that's the way to do it. But a big thank you to Neil and to Jonathan. And yeah, a big thank you to everyone for turning up. A big thank you for everyone for giving up their Sunday evenings, Saturday evenings. And a big thank you to Nathan as well for putting the music round together. So great. And thank you very much for taking part. That giving link is on the bottom of the screen. So we will see you soon. Thanks for everything. See you later. See you later. Bye-bye.